What's going on YouTube? Jacob here with Veteran Pro Wash, and we are back with another video for y'all. In today's video, we'll be discussing a comment that we got on one of our other videos that y'all might have seen of the system that we first started with a little over 3 years ago. That wasn't the system that we initially started with. We had a cheaper DeWalt pressure washer on there. We didn't have any hose reels on it at first. So for those of y'all that are saying you can start a lot cheaper than that, this was a few months after we had started and made a few grand to be able to upgrade to the hose reels, to the upgraded Simpson washer. Before we bought the hose reels, we were just rolling the hoses up on the front of the trailer. We were having to pick the pressure washer up off of the trailer every single job, roll it over to the hose spigot. But do me a favor, before I share and discuss with you this comment that came through the other day, please do us a favor, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We'd really appreciate it. It really help the channel out. We're trying to grow to 1,000. Okay, so before I show you this screenshot of this comment that came through, this video is 100% our opinion, as well as every other video that we put out. I'm gonna give you the reasons I disagree with what is said here, and as well as some things that we maybe could have done differently. So this is the comment right here that we're gonna be discussing today. And in this comment, it says, as a business guy, I can't tell you there's no way this setup has made tens of thousands of dollars, and there has been almost zero upgrades. There's no heat. There's no higher flow machine. There's no proper softwash proportioner. There's no considerable surface cleaner. I agree this is a budget build, but I have a very, very hard time believing there's been no upgrades after making tens of thousands of dollars. So the first thing that stood out to me was the fact that he labeled himself as a business guy. First off, we are aware as a business and as business owners that if what we're doing and the equipment that we're using is working, then why would we spend the money as soon as we make it on something that we might not be ready for yet, or that we see necessary for the types of jobs that we're currently doing when we were running this system, which was a lot of smaller residential driveways and house washes versus the two systems that we're currently running, and now we're picking up contracts with places like Cabela's, our gas station contracts. We got hospital contracts that we've picked up, and things like that. Yeah, obviously this beginner budget setup that we started running after our first couple of months, this is for like residential, just starting out, learning the system, learning the business, learning all that, which we still don't know. There's so much to learn in this industry. At the time, we saw it more necessary to stack the account, save the money that this system was making us. We were a brand new company. We both had bills to pay. And we had no idea what the future held. We didn't know where this business was going to take us, if it was going to grow, if it was going to fail. We didn't know. Now, we didn't go into it with the intent to fail. We've done everything in our power to keep it from failing, and so far it's worked out pretty good for us. But at the time, if something broke, we had the money to replace it or fix it, and we were able to learn and grow with this system to where we were able to build out these better systems that we've upgraded to throughout the years, like the skid and Kale's truck, and then eventually upgrading to the 8 gallon a minute, and then the AR-45 pump on the flatbed. So if you make $10,000 and you've been in business for 3 months and you have bills to pay, I do not recommend going and spend $5 grand on an 8 gallon a minute machine and another 3 to 4 on an AR-45, even a 12 volt softwash system with a proportioner that's going to run you about $600. That doesn't count upgrading all your hoses and everything like that it requires to be able to pull the chemical and water through the proportioner. So spending that kind of money that soon after starting your business, in my opinion, is not a very smart idea, depending on your situation. Now, you don't have very many bills, and that's just what you want to do. If your business is growing that fast, yes, go spend the money. But we were not in a position. We both had about $2,000 in bills a month that we were having to pay. We didn't really have the money to just say, let's go spend 10 grand on equipment. I 100% agree with upgrading equipment and investing back into your business, because that's how your business grows and that's how you're able to succeed, by doing these bigger jobs. But for us, it has to be the right time, and it has to be necessary for the amount of jobs we're picking up at that time. Our first full year in business, the only job we had that would have even came close to making us consider upgrading to an 8 gallon a minute machine, or even a 5.5 gallon a minute machine, or a proportioner, would have been the first time we did our big gas station that we still currently have under contract. And yes, it is a lot easier with the 8 and the 5 than it was with the 3.5, because we're able to do it in 2 nights versus a week and a half. It took us over a week to do that gas station, which that gas station consists of around 63,000 square feet of concrete. I posted a video on that particular gas station a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen it yet, it'll be linked below. But even a job like that, just getting started, we were still learning. We're learning to this day, like I said. but we still didn't see it as a job where we needed to upgrade to that type of equipment. We believed in our equipment that we had on the trailer and the system that we had built from scratch. We did it all ourselves. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what kind of equipment you have, because you can have a trailer build that consists of 3 10-gallon-a-minute pressure washers, 2 AR-45 pumps with blend manifolds. And yeah, it's nice to have. It's nice as shit. But it's nice if you're landing jobs like car dealerships that consist of 300,000 square feet of concrete. If you're just sitting around at the house doing mostly residential, or even if you're like us doing a good bit or mostly commercial jobs, there isn't a reason for us to spend that kind of money on equipment that isn't necessary to us or that we don't require as a company for these types of jobs that we're doing. Yes, it would be nice on some of these jobs. Whenever we did the big hospital job that y'all might have seen on Justin's channel, yeah, it'd be nice to have that equipment whenever you're doing 100,000 square feet of concrete or even a residential driveway. I'm not saying it's not nice, but we're not scared to work. If you're scared to work and you're just going to spend your money to be able to relax and ride around on a freaking surface cleaner, then you're going to spend every dime that you make as you make it on equipment that you're probably not going to use that much just starting out, because you're not going to have them any job that would require that type of equipment. A lot of our jobs that we've been doing recently, it would have been nice to have upgraded equipment from where we are now, but we aren't scared to work. Like I said, we work long hours with the equipment we have. We achieve the same results in a few days than it would take us with another $20,000 in equipment. This is an awesome comment. I love this comment because it shows someone who, from what I can see, they may know a lot about business. Well, not really. They really don't know shit about business, if you ask me, because every dime they make, they spend on equipment that they probably don't need. They aren't really willing to put in the work with the basic starter equipment that it takes to have the nice everything in the future. Yeah, you got to spend money, because if not, taxes is going to eat you alive at the end of the year. But don't spend every dime you make on the nicest equipment out there just starting out in business. I'm not trying to throw shots at anybody who may do this. If you go spend all your money on equipment, then it's your business. Do what you please. Yeah, we wouldn't have went into a 300,000 square foot parking lot job with this system. We would have gave it hell if we had to, but we wouldn't have done that. We're not that dumb. Well, sometimes, I guess.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Other than that, we've tackled a little over 100,000 square feet of concrete in a full hospital building in just under 36 hours. So we're definitely not scared to work. And that was with the 2 systems that we're currently running. And we didn't even have the AR-45 yet. So we were running 2 12-volt systems whenever we did that. So we trust in our equipment. We know it can get the job done. We know we have the right equipment for what jobs we have coming in right now. If something breaks, we got the money to fix it. We gain the knowledge over the time, that trailer build, and then eventually the skid and Kale's truck, and then eventually upgrading to the blend manifold on the trailer, and so forth and so on. I'll link those videos below of all of our previous build videos. Y'all go check those out. If you want to make $10,000 and spend 11, go do it. It's none of my business. Y'all run y'all's business how y'all want to. We'll run ours how we want to. We got a few dollars in the bank. If something breaks, we can take care of it. If something breaks on your end, go to the bank, take out another loan. We appreciate the comment. We wish everyone best of luck with your business or whatever you're doing. Save your money, spend your money, reinvest at the time, whatever you're comfortable with doing. Either way, my name is Jacob with Veteran Pro Wash. And as always, y'all stay happy, humble, and money hungry.